Done, Watson. Come on, Watson. Let's go this way.
Look, Holmes.
Oh, who was
This
she?
charming lady must be Miss White. She's entering the seed house.
Let's go. So, seed house. Is this the seed house?
Seed house.
Yes, it is.
Open.
Open, sesame.
Good day to you, miss. You have some very beautiful plants here.
Why, thank you, sir. And good day to you too. But
Oh, I do beg your pardon. My name is Dr. John Watson. This is my good friend, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, gentlemen. My name is Margaret White. Excuse me, but are you Sherlock Holmes, the great detective?
Yes, I am.
I am he.
What a pleasure to see you here at Kew Gardens. Are you working on a case?
Indeed.
Yes, a theft of plants that took place here a few days ago after their most recent exhibition.
Oh yes, of course. I quite forgot about that.
Oh, it's quite understandable that you might forget about the theft of the plants, miss, after the tragedy that took place here.
Yes. The director was a truly good man. It is such a terrible misfortune.
Would you happen to know why part of the colonial collection was cleared?
No, I have never been there.
Do you work here?
Part-time only. I am a biology student at the London University. I attend the same classes as the son of Mr. Montague Dunn. That is how I found my chance to work here for part of my thesis, you see. It is a great honor.
Most of the doors in Kew Gardens are locked. Do you have a key to this room?
Oh, yes. Albert gave me a set of duplicate keys. He agreed I might carry out my studies without disturbing him. It is only temporary.
How well did you know Mr. Montague Dunn?
He was a master, a great leader. I saw him almost as a spiritual father.
Oh,
He had an exceptional nature?
Oh yes, indeed. He was always so active and so optimistic and very nice to me. Although he could behave harshly towards his son.
Why so?
He loved his son dearly and wanted the very best for him. It made him extremely demanding. Albert, who is naturally shy, suffered because of it.
The Divine Syndicate. Does that name mean anything to you, by any chance?
Not at all. But it is a very pretty name.
alright, time for the character analyzation. Expensive perfume. Alright, she looks beautiful. She is unmarried. Pink marks. Poor family.
Thank you, miss. None of the 3 people who work at Kew Gardens know why half of the colonial collection was cleared. So, someone is lying. It is obvious.
Alright.
From here, we are unable to see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room.
Okay.
This is one of the outlets of the ventilation system.
Let's close the window. All right. What about this window? No. Anything here that might interest us? No, I guess so. Let's just see what we have. So we need to have a dialogue with Martin Hamish. We'll do that. We need to find the use of. Yes, so far we have done that. About this, it is probably part of a statue or sculpture. So we need to find a sculpture. When did I see this? Cleaning lies. Alright. So let's just go out. We need to find a statue. And I guess we have seen that. But where? I don't remember. Let's check the map. Let's seed house. We have been there. We have been there too. We have been there. Palm house. We haven't been there. Let's just check what we have here. Ventilation system. I need to check that. Right. This looks cool. What was that?
A water tank.
Alright. Water tank is there.
A ventilation system. It should regulate the temperature of the staff buildings. A ventilation system. It should regulate the temperature of the staff buildings.
So what we are missing here? We need something obviously here.
A water tank.
Nope. Let's go to the nursery. Oh, so this was remaining. Is there anything here? No. Watson, would you mind?
The
Oh,
seeds of plant species are stored here.
I almost missed this. Let's go. Let's go.
It is a bust of Montague Dunn.
Oh,
I am curious if the marble that we found will fit this place. Here it is.
yes.
The marble fragment that we found in the Colonial Collection Room is what they have in common.
Alright. So far we got one clue. That someone must have hit Mr. Dunn with this.
These young plants must be delicate if they are kept in the nursery.
Alright. A window door.
This poster is for an exhibition that Martin Hamish was directing, but it had nothing to do with Kew Gardens. This certificate belongs to Martin Hamish. He won a horticultural competition. We can see the interior of the Colonial Collection Room from this window.
What we have on a desk?
A glasses case. It is empty. A thesis written by Martin Hamish. This area serves as Martin Hamish's office.
Oh. So he is lying. He must know about the colonial section clearing. There was something here. Window and oh, diplomas.
An award presented to Martin Hamish for Best Grower of the Year. A master's degree diploma. It belongs to Martin Hamish.
Alright. So where should we go next? So we came from there, I guess.
Locked.
And we have opened it. So let's go talk with Mr. Hamish. Obviously he is lying. Let's ask
What
about
is your
Albert.
opinion of Albert as a student of botany?
He's useless. I often tell him so, and I can only give him cleaning tasks. Botany is not his life's work, and his father well knew it. He was furious about it.
He was.
Oh yes, he forced his son to work here, and he never missed an opportunity to criticize him publicly.
Are you able to elaborate on that?
Well, for example, with our last exhibition here, Mr. Dunn had Albert make a presentation speech. But then, while the lad was speaking, Mr. Dunn interrupted him, asking him difficult questions, making him look like a failure. It was with the intention of making a fool of him, Mr. Holmes.
That must have been terribly humiliating.
Yes, he was crushed, and he had to leave. Everybody was making fun of poor Albert. That is, except for Miss Margaret White, who is such a nice lady and who always takes pity on Albert.
You mentioned a Miss White. Would you tell us more about her?
She is a student who works here part-time. She is quite charming indeed. She possesses a great talent for botany. You should take a look at some of her experiments that she carried out in the laboratory. Ah, if only she were not so naive.
Why naive?
The way she used to flutter around Mr. Montague Dunn. And why, he couldn't help but be flattered by all her attention. How could an intelligent woman such as Miss White not see through his game? I can only scratch my head and wonder.
Mr. Hamish, was someone from your family connected with Kew Gardens?
Family? No. I'm the only one with a passion for botany.
Oh,
I do not think so. This photograph of you and your father at Kew Gardens suggests the opposite.
But you have no right to.
Do tell us more about your father.
He was, indeed, the greatest botanist of his time in the British Empire. He worked together with Montague Dunn until the end of his life. He brought me in at the age of 12.
Did he get on well with Mr. Dunn?
No, I couldn't say that. They expanded Kew Gardens together, that was all. And it was all my father's work, for Dunn always lived the high life.
So Mr. Dunn was not helping your father?
Oh, yes, he provided the financial support. And as far as he was concerned, that fulfilled his role. But the worst of it was, he declared himself as the master of Kew Gardens. Fame meant nothing to my father, so it was easy for Mr. Dunn to take all the credit.
There is a bust of Montague Dunn in the nursery.
A bust? Oh, that old thing. Further proof of that outrageous ego of his.
But why in that room in particular?
Oh, I don't know. It has always been there.
oh,
It is strange, because I recovered a fragment of the bust inside the Colonial Collection Room.
Really? Oh, well, so I am mistaken. It ought to have been removed during the cleanup. This room is so small.
Do you know who moved it?
I have no idea. Surely Mr. Dunn requested it. Do you have any more questions like this? Because fragments of rock are not my responsibility.
Evidently.
hmm.
Thank you, Mr. Hamish.
He's
We shall
mysterious.
continue our investigation.
All right. So, what we can connect? White's expulsion. No. Let's select that. Hamish. Yes, this connects. So Martin Hamish had a motive. He believed that he and his father's lives had been ruined by Dunn, who had taken credit of all their work. So that's Hamish motive. Nope. And this must be Albert's motive. It was To kill his father, Dunn had thwarted Albert's dream of joining the Royal Navy. By killing his father, Albert could have had his revenge and eventually succeed. Alright, what about Miss White? Her expansion. Can't seem to put it as this. Not connecting. Alright. Let's see what we can do next. So we have talked about everything. So find the plant that was used to kill the Miss Montague. Done. Need to find the plant, find the stolen plants also. Staff buildings. We need to go to the staff building. Also we need to use Toby also. Let's bring Toby. So let's go to Baker Street and fetch Louis.
Few moments later.
Toby. Where is the Toby?
Come on, Toby. We have some work for you to do. Let us go to Kew Gardens.
Alright, before that, oh Watson, what
Someone
you do?
should take Toby for a walk. Have you found something
Walk?
interesting?
So yeah, let's just go without wasting any time.
One eternity later.
Let us take Toby to the laboratory. He will pick up the scent of this mysterious substance. Search, Toby. Search.
Where's the scent? Oh, there it is. Toby knows how to open door. Where are we going? Oh, it ends here.
Congratulations, Toby. Now let us see what you have found.
Alright.
This is the bottle that was used in the laboratory. It was buried here. There is still some liquid remaining in the bottle, with gold flakes. A tiny caterpillar. Not surprising to see one in a garden, but at the bottom of a bottle.
Alright. Fetch Toby is completed. Inspect the Kew Garden staff buildings and gather information on Montague. Alright. So we need to perform analysis on this. We'll do that first. Where is the staff buildings? I think I have seen all the buildings, but still let's just check. So staff building, director office, clock room and laboratory. Fourth one is reserve, which I have not seen, I guess. The
Reserve.
entrance might.
Palm House.
Let's go to the Palm House, or maybe let's just check this once again. Obviously we missed something here. Oh yes, the director's safe. So this got it. Sherlock Holmes, the master. Alright, what we have? This is something we have been missing already with the letter Loyal's help. My dear friend, please allow me to express my disappointment upon reading your last letter. I am paying you to defend me, not to accuse me. Kew Gardens is a royal institution. We are granted the great opportunity to travel the world and to save the most extraordinary, precious and rare species of plant. Our duty is to protect such species and from those who might wish us to use them for dubious purpose. This divine syndicate of whom you have this divine syndicate of whom you speak have no right to hold such precious plants. Remember the case of June 1889. So I must respectfully ask you once again to notarize the permission on these plants on behalf of Kew Gardens. The documents were sent to you on Monday. P.S. See you in Poodles on Tuesday as always. Alright. What else? Letter of complaint. Mr. Dunn, we must ask you for the last time for the return of our dear sisters. You do not have any right to hold them in prison. They do not belong to you. Your so-called permissions are wholly false. You are hiding behind lies. The lie. We need not elaborate that was reported in the press as the case of June 14, 1889. What you have done is quite abhorrent. Be sure that we shall never abandon our family members. We trusted you and regret having done so. Divine Syndicate. Obviously, we need to go back. What else is there? Another letter.
I suggest that we don't tell Miss Margaret White about this document.
Personal loan. Debt of Miss Margaret White to Mr. Montague Dunn. Rental of suite of rooms at Oxford Street. An educational scholarship at London University. Credits opened at Hamilton. Radigan House, Taylors and Baird and Sons. Oh. So let's just see now what we can done. White and Dunn. Yes, that matches. Disagreement. Mr. White and Mr. Dunn had a recent disagreement. Miss Montague Dunn was planning to release Mr. White from his position. Alright. Now what else we can? Obviously this is not connecting. Oh, family. Oh yeah, her family knew about them. Social situation were completely dependent upon Montague's wealth. Right. Oh. Let's just go back. Now what we need to do is we need to find the plants that were stolen and the plant that was used to kill. For that first we need to go back to Baker Street.
12 seconds later.
Alright, let's perform analysis. Then we'll search our archives.
Let us determine just what we have found here. Let us pour liquid from the bottle into a test tube to perform an analysis. This is the bottle that we found hidden at Kew Gardens. Let us use a pipette to take a sample of the liquid and fill a test tube.
Alright, and here it is the pipette. We have taken that. Alright, now what we need to do?
A colorless, water-based liquid. Quite a strong floral aroma.
Holmes? What are you doing?
It has
Oh.
a bitter taste.
What if it's poisonous?
Did you ever see poison stored in enormous jars like that? Anyway, there is a doctor nearby.
So, what do you think it is?
Oh my god.
It is some kind of organic compound. Let us vaporize the liquid and see what happens.
Alright, first. Alright.
Small colorless crystals. Colorless, tiny crystals that are soluble in water, with a floral smell and a bitter taste. Watson, could you pass me that small bottle, please?
Of course. Here you are. Holmes, do you know what it is?
Wagner's reagent. There was a label on the bottle that you passed to me.
No, Holmes, I meant the bottle that we found.
Let me add the reagent and see if there is any sediment, and then I shall tell you. I need to take a pipette and make several drops of the reagent.
Alright, Sherlock.
Red sediment, just as I suspected. This liquid is of organic origin. It contains some alkaloid. Most likely it is unstable, and that is why there is a quantity of gold dust to prevent contamination. This mixture is probably a fertilizer. Someone was carrying out unusual experiments in the garden's laboratory.
Maybe Miss Margaret. Let's search the archives. June 14, 1889. Candle at Divine Syndicate.
Here
All
it
right.
is. And here is the Divine Syndicate's address. Perfect. It is time to find out what they have against Montague Dunn.
Let's go to Divine Syndicate.